Hey everybody, my name is Brett Lewis with L4 Group, and today I want to talk about tips for building better websites. I mean, I see a ton of sites day in and day out. That's what I do. Basically, just to give you a background, I build websites and I also rank websites in the search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, for these search phrases that customers are looking for. To try to find your goods and services. So, but it all starts with a website. And I thought today I would take the time to just talk about components that make or break websites. Things that separate good websites from bad websites. And I think one of the best ways of going about doing this would be to just go ahead and do some searches for some services and compare, live what kind of things that I come across, and I can then talk about the elements that separate certain sites from good versus bad. Because let's face it, if you get the rankings in the search engines and you're ranking at the top of the first page of Google or on the first page of Google, that's one thing. But you also need to convert the traffic. So if you've got people coming to your website, but your website is terrible, they're not going to pick up the phone and call you, or they're not going to do what you ask them to do on the website. So what's the point of being on the first page if you're not converting? So, a lot of, what we do at L4 Group is to not only get people to the website by getting the rankings on the search engines, but also to help drive that conversion so that the people that do come to your site actually act and do the things that you want them to do. So let me see if I can flip over to share my screen, and I'm going to go ahead and just do, let me start this up. I'm going to go ahead and do some searches, and what I thought we would do is let's do a search for roofing in Summit, New Jersey, for instance. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's look at some of the websites that come up in the Google Maps area to start out. So this one, you need a roof. Oh, that's a funny play. You need a roof. Haha. But so let's look at this site then. Okay, clever domain name. Yeah, that's going nowhere. Not even loading up. So now let me, I just want to make sure this isn't my computer and yeah, nothing happened on that. So you see that took a little while, and really the site didn't come up. So that's one issue right there is speed. So and I gave it a long time to try to load. Nothing occurred there. So let's go to this one here. Now this site is loading up. So that first one, you need a roof. I mean, if you're on a server that is really slow and just the web page doesn't load up, people today, they have very little patience. They're not going to sit there and wait around. So they're going to leave. Okay. Now, this next one, now again, I did this search for a roofing company, and right off the bat, a couple things that I noticed looking at this. So it's classic construction. They got a blue logo, and yet the website itself is designed in like this greenish tan color. There's no photo, so let's go back to the beginning. They got an interior photo, house, outside photo, bathroom, staircase with nice flooring. Again, a nice, I guess this would be their dining room or living room, nice flooring, and then a nice kitchen. Looks to me like it's the same house, right? So that's great, but there's no roof. So, and again, I found this company by searching for roof, and maybe that's not their main target, but they're certainly ranking for that, so they ought to take advantage of this. The other thing I notice is this menu, the home gets cut off. The menu's kind of blah. They got a lot of things showing up here, a lot of different services. There's no phone number on the top of this site. They got a little Facebook icon hanging out up here. So a couple things is just from a design perspective, the aesthetics of this website are really not good. Um, and you come down further down, there's not a lot of text here. Classic construction services. If you're looking for first-class job at a competitive rates, we are the company to call, but yet they don't have a phone number. And again, there's no phone number anywhere on this website. Unbelievable. Look, there's no telephone number. They got testimonials, click to read. Okay, I like that. That's cool. Ian at classicconstructionservice.com. Email Ian directly. Now, what this is saying to me as a consumer is this is a one-man job or show, and maybe it's not a one-man show, but it has that impression of being a one-person operation. And he's showing a great-looking house with nice photos, and maybe he does really good work, but if I'm looking at that caliber of job, is that really the image I want to convey as classic construction? Probably not. Let me just drill down a little bit more. Let's go to the Contact Us page. So there's the phone number. Okay, finally I got a phone number, but I had to click to get to it. Again, email Ian directly. So again, this is kind of resonating, just one-man, operation. And let's just go check out, let's check out basements here. Click to see photos. And he's got some, construction photos, driveways. So this guy does a lot of different stuff, and that's cool. I like the fact that he's got a photo gallery of things that he does. So, maybe he's a really good contractor, and he's a one-man guy, maybe with a couple of assistants, but his website could use a lot of work to help build that up. So let me go back to our search results here. Let's just take a look at another website. A. Martin Roofing. Now, here we are on this site, and you can see on my site, this is looking for Java applet to run. I'm not going to let it run. I'm going to say block it, because the reality is I don't want to run Java to watch to look at some guy's website. I'm not going to be looking at it, running Java on an iPhone or, one of my mobile devices to look at it. So I really want to look at a website, without that necessity. So that's one issue from a design perspective. Another issue is, again, this site looks very amateurish. It has no inner pages. There's nothing clickable on here. This is just a one-page site. It's put together like my, my 13-year-old son could put something together a little bit tighter looking than this. This really does not, exude a professional-looking company. And I don't know that I would trust, a company like this on a $10,000 roof replacement job, $15,000 or more. I mean, some of these jobs could, I'm sure, run $30,000, $40,000. And if I'm out there searching on the internet for a roofing company, am I really looking for, to do business with a site, with a company that has a website that looks like this? Probably not. I'm probably going to just disregard these guys and go to the next one. So let's go to this one, Best American Roofing. All right, so now we're getting a little bit, a little better here. It's still not a great-looking site. This looks like kind of a canned site to me, but at least I got a phone number right from the beginning here. I got a phone number on top. They've got a coupon. It's small, but you can kind of read, $250 off, and at least this is looking a little bit better. Let's go take a look at request estimate. So I can fill out a form and get a quote. Okay, fine. Services. Again, a pretty flat site. There's not a lot of oomph to this site. Let's look at About Us. They're really pushing us $250 off on the coupon. And again, they got the call us up at the top. It's in script, like a handwriting almost font. It's hard to read, actually, against the red, white, and blue flag. I get they're playing on the Best American Roofing. They really don't have a logo. And again, this site, just like the other ones we've looked at so far, kind of convey to me that that they don't take their web presence really serious. Are they going to be a good contractor or not? Who knows? I'm not getting a real good vibe here. So let's look at this one, AAA Affordable Commercial Roofing. Now, I'm not looking for a commercial roofer, but let's just take a look here. So Okay, these guys got an 800 number, New Jersey Affordable Commercial Roofing. We stop the leak or you don't pay. Um, Again, this site, it's a little better. They got a little more text in here. I'm not going to click through all these pages. They got in the press, so let's take a look what they're doing here. The red text on the blue background is really hard on my eyes. So, these are the things that your consumers, your customers are experiencing when they're going through websites, and that's why I'm doing this. I want to show you, give you my commentary when I'm taking a look at a site, and I'm not even looking at the technical aspects of the site. I'm strictly looking at aesthetics, conversion, and is this going to make someone pick up the phone and call? I'm thinking not so much. Okay, let's back out to here. Let's look at Mountain View Roofing. All right, now this site is a little better. Now I'll point out a couple things that I really like about this site. First off, it's clean. You know immediately that you're dealing with a roofer. They got a picture of a roof up in the header. They got a guy with a nail gun and shingles on a roof working. Call now for free estimates. Okay. You got the phone number that's very easy to read right up here at the top. I like that. You got the phone number again over here, very easy to read. Click to email us. One improvement I would make on this is if when you look at this click to email us, if you look at the mail, it's Mountain View Roofing LLC at yahoo.com. So, one thing I would say is, you want to do this and say something, you want to make this email address more like quotes at mountainviewroofingnj.com. Make it personal, a corporate-looking email address, if you will. Address, get directions. I like that. It takes you to the Google Maps. I'm not going to click on that, but now one thing is this is just a one-page website. Now I would suggest that they add a couple more pages, have a services page, have an About Us page, have a testimonials page, etc., and start to build up this website from that aspect. But the other thing I like with this is, especially for contractors, right on the homepage, they have the New Jersey licensed contractor number. Okay, so that's really good. Serving Summit since 1986. These guys have been around in business. So even though this is just a one-page site, you can see it's put together much better than all the prior sites that we've looked at. And this would convert at a higher rate than some of these other sites. Oops, let me click back. And he's ranked in letter F out of the Google Maps. So now take that conversion of his website, get him ranking up here in the letter A spot, and this guy would start getting a lot more phone calls. Let's just take a look at one more here. Heart, Father, and Son. Oh, they don't even have a website. They just have a Google Maps page. So right off the bat, these guys need to go out and get a website. Maybe I should call them. But so yeah, they need to get a website up and running. I want one more though. Let's see. A. Martin Roofing. We already looked at them. That was this company. Home Advisor, Angie's List. Let's see. Best American Roofing. Did we look at that? No. Let's look at what these guys have to offer. Oh no, we did. Oh, and let me point out one other thing that's really cool what these guys are doing. So see the phone number? Best American Roofing. Call us 908-898-0303. Right in the Google listing, they have the phone number right there. I really like that because some people, if it's an emergency, they're going to use that phone number right from the Google listing because they're just looking for a quick, I need someone now type thing. So then yellow pages, business finder, super pages. So that's it for the first page. And I'm not going to go off on the second page, but now the one I did not do is the one that is ranking right above the Google Maps, Mountain View Roofing, New Jersey. Let's look at that. Oh, that's back to this guy. So not only, okay, so this guy has, he's right down here in the letter F on the maps, but he's got the #1 ranking organically. He's right below the pay-per-click ads. So I like that, and this is the one that had the cleanest website. So you know what? Kudos to Mountain View Roofing, New Jersey. In the Google search that I did for roofing Summit, New Jersey, they are the winner by far, based over their competition. Just they've got the cleanest looking website, probably the site that converts the best out of all the ones that we looked at, and they got the best rankings. in the search engines organically, and they're on the map. So I would do a few things to improve their rankings if I were doing SEO for them. I would secure more front page listings for them in a couple different aspects of things that we do. You know, and one thing I want to point out also, just back to the website, is they're not using video on here. I would include a video. I would also go as far as to say I would have a video for testimonials, you know, and actually videotape one of their better customers giving a great testimonial. So those are a couple of things that I would do just in the terms of improving their website. So now let me see if I can stop my screen share. There we go. And just wrap this up. So the points that I went over are, you know, a strong call to action makes a good website. So again, have a phone number right on the home page that's easy to get to. Having a site that's designed so that it displays correctly on a mobile device. Well, I didn't talk about any of those sites, but basically make sure that the site will render itself correctly on an iPhone, on an Android, on an iPad, you know, any kind of tablet. And back to the call to action, then make sure that the phone number is able to be clicked for a straight dial. Okay, so if you're on an Android, you can click that button and then it just dials directly. That's really big for conversion. Okay, and the mobile is huge. You want to make sure that your website is done for mobile. Content. You want to make sure that the website is built so that it's built for humans to be able to read it. Some people put together sites that are really, the primary focus is to get ranked on the search engines, and they don't really take in consideration that humans are the ones that actually consume this, not search engines. You know, it's one thing to get ranked on the first page, but if your site's written in a way that's not human friendly, it's not going to convert. So you really want to take advantage of, you know, building your site, understanding the audience, and what I suggest for that is think of an avatar. Okay, think about what your ideal customer looks like, how they engage on the internet, you know, what they do, how they surf the web, and build that avatar of a fictional person that represents your ideal customer, and then build the site for that avatar. Okay, so that way you're putting yourself in your customer's shoes, in your ideal customer's shoes, and building a site that they want to see and that they will consume. Okay, speed, how fast it loads. And we saw that on that first one. Hey, they had a pretty clever play on the words and stuff, but the domain didn't work. I clicked on it and nothing happened. Okay, and I gave it more time than most people would. First impressions, that's something that we didn't really talk about, but I think you read between the lines as I was going through the sites that I was analyzing. You know, some of those sites I pulled up were atrocious. You know, my first impression was I am not doing business with this guy. Okay, some others were a little bit better. Okay, but really pay attention to first impressions because, like they say, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So that's really important, especially today as people are just clicking through. If they don't like what they see, if the site doesn't load fast and they don't like what they see immediately, they're clicking to the next site and so on down the list. We talked about video. Now, none of the sites that we looked at had video, and I'm not going to go back and try to find a site that does. But video is important. You want to make sure that you utilize it if you have the capacity to do so, because video is being consumed at faster rates every year. I mean, more and more people are utilizing YouTube videos, Vimeo videos, there's a whole ton of them, but they're utilizing video more so than just written text. So there's no reason why you should not be utilizing video. And by the way, here's a little hint, video ranks just as well. So you can get your website to rank on your first page of Google for keywords that you're looking for, as well as your video or multiple videos. Just design elements, you know, if you have a logo that is like my logo, blue and black, then set up a website that kind of plays off of those colors or complements the colors. You know, if you don't have a logo, go get one, okay? It's a branding thing. You want to make sure that you're coming across as a company. Even if you're just a one-man show, you still want to exude that confidence level, for someone and make them think that, hey, you're working with a real company, someone that takes his business serious. Okay, when you don't do these little tiny things, and it's not a ton of money, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but those little things make a big difference when you're dealing with the public and when they're out there shopping for services or products or services that you sell. And that's the type of stuff that will differentiate you from your competitors. So I hope this all helped with, from an aesthetic point of view of, how to make your website better. If you are, in the need of having a website done for you, feel free to reach out to us. We certainly would be, more than happy to take a look at what you currently have, or if you don't have anything at all, talking about that, and putting together a proposal for you to enhance what you have or to build you a brand new presence. And also, if you're looking to get your website to rank in the search engines and to perform better, again, that's actually our specialty, search engine optimization. And as I kind of alluded to in the video here, we don't just focus on your website. Okay, we do a lot more than just rank a website. So our consultations are 100% free, no pressure. Okay, we don't. We'll talk to you. We'll figure out where you're at. We'll let you know what we can do. We'll assess you as a client to see if you're a good fit for us, because we do not sign on everybody. And if it looks like it will be a win-win situation for both parties involved, and if you want to start up with us and we want to take you on as a client, absolutely, we can put together a proposal for you and move forward. So in either scenario, whether it's search engine ranking or just overall website design or a website makeover, if you will, give us a call. You can reach us at 610-471-0001 or visit our website at www.l4groupllc.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video and just kind of see from a developer's point of view, what I look for and what consumers would look for in a website when they're out there shopping. So take care, and please join us for our next session. Thanks.